do it! Go! You! Oh, you! Right, morning fellas, West Brom at home today. Is it a derby day? I don't know, but it's a big game, whatever, and I'm so nervous. I mean, I think the pressure's not really on us because we've been woeful ever since we played them at the Hawthorns, and they've been very consistent this season, especially away from home. They've been very, very decent, and I'm just not feeling it today, which probably means we'll win. I mean, as I said, there's no pressure on us. I'm not expecting anything today, which probably means we'll scrap a 2-1 win or something like that. But in terms of prediction, I've got no idea. I think the benefit is that they haven't got Dwight Gale. He got banned for diving after a shocking dive on Tuesday, which resulted in them getting a 2-2 draw, which they probably didn't deserve. They've still got Jay Rodriguez, who's a very, very good player. I think he's got 16 goals this season, so yeah, we've got to keep an eye out for him. In terms of us, we lost 1-0 in the last minute against Brentford midweek. Was not ideal. We were so poor. Abraham up top is so isolated. There's no player near him. Midfield, we don't look great. Adoma had a great chance before half time. Horahan had another great chance in the second half. We were really poor on Wednesday, and today it's another big test. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a decent atmosphere. Let's go to Villa Park. Oh. It's not the same without Jake, is it?
No, it's not. Miss you, Jake.
Here we are then, my mate from sixth form. He's Albion, he's in the away end today. What are you thinking today?
Difficult game. Honestly, I think it'd be 2-2. I'd love to say 2-1 though.
From an outsider's perspective, what do you think of Villa this season? Hasn't been the best. What do you think?
He started quite well under Dean Smith when he came in. I think the new manager bounce definitely came into effect. He seems to have dropped off since Grealish has been injured, and I'm not going to lie, I'm hoping that continues today.
Well, yeah. Do you think you're going up?
I think we'll get playoffs.
Are you going to win the playoffs? I hope you bottle it at Wembley. No, it worked. Jamie.
Here we are.
It's Derby Day. What are you thinking, son?
2-1.
2-1 win?
We're going to win. And I'm going to say Abraham's going to get both.
Standard. Love that. Other Villa.
What happened to your lens?
My lens? There's nothing wrong with the lens. It's a bit dirty, isn't it? Yeah, I need to clean it.
Okay.
Right, boys, what are we thinking today?
I'm thinking it's going to be a tough game, yeah, because of Brentford, and I think my boy's going to say the prediction, yeah, but he's saying something.
I think 2-1 Villa. Tammy's going to score, and Mings.
Love
Can I
that.
say one thing, Max?
Yes, mate.
I'm going to say the Albion.
Mr. Negative, what are you thinking, son? West Brom?
Shock horror, we're not going to win, are we? Let's be real about this. We're going to lose 3-1. We might get a consolation. And to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3-0. We're just not going to do it. El Mohammadi on the right wing. We're alright. We're just not going to win. Oh well, shout out Jake as well for not being here today. I missed him a little bit, but
Yeah,
oh well.
in our hearts. Amy, are you going to give us a score prediction? Do you not fancy it?
I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0? Oh my God. Jamie Brown, Albion at home, what are you thinking, son?
I'm going to say 2-2 today. It's going to be scrapping. We're not going to win. So yeah, 2-2.
Right, here we are then, Albion at home. I'm not feeling it today. The team is a bit of a weird one. El Mohammadi's played on the wing. Hello. Yeah, House is at left back. Taylor, I'm a bit disappointed not to see him, but it's a funny team. Albion's team looks alright. They've got Gareth Barry in there, former Villa, but I'm going to say 1-1. I think we'll go 1-0 down, but I'm expecting an open game today. It's going to be a difficult one, of course. I don't think we're going to win. 1-1. Come on, the Villa.
mistake at the back. Elmo's picked it up. Abraham's thrown goal.
Elmo, is he just panicked?
Yeah. Abraham has thrown goal. He kicks it straight at Johnston. Massive chance. Massive chance early on. Fuck the Albion! Fuck the Albion! Fuck the Albion! Wow! Unreal! Unreal! Minks has just saved us there. Fantastic challenge at the back. He probably should have scored. They've got a corner. How's that gone in?
That's going to be interesting on the highlights.
To be honest, I'm not really sure how that's gone in.
It looks like he's gone as if it's going over the bar. And it's just gone straight over his head.
I thought that went over. Callanich is 6'7". It's straight up just gone over his head. It's a cracking header, to be fair. But Callanich, I don't know. I need to see that one back. But for me, he's got to do better there.
I think his first thought it's going over, and then at the last minute he's gone, uh-oh, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I thought it was over. Ah, bloody hell.
You do it! Go! You!
Fellas, Villa Park is not a happy place. It's just got toxic really quickly. I said 40 minutes in, right, it was 0-0. All we had to do was get in at half-time 0-0. They were growing into the game. We started well, to be fair. We did start well, but they grew into the game a lot and they took their chances, to be fair. We had a chance early on. Abraham, he should have scored, but we missed it and that's cost us. Albion, they've scored one and we didn't even switch on after that. They've scored a second fairly quickly. It's just not looking good. We're going to have to do a madness to get anything out of this game. It is really poor at the moment. Well lads, it looks like Callanich has died after those first 2 goals, so steers on. Oh, good luck son, Jesus Christ. John of I miss you, I miss you. I'm going to on to our food review.
One thing I'd like to comment on, the forks at Villa are disgusting, they're shocking. Sort it out.
How's the pie though?
Oh, well, we're playing, sorry. Yeah, well, it's not too bad, yeah. I forgot we was actually playing together.
Well, up the game anyway.
Up the game, up the pie. Come on! Wow.
17-year-old Jacob Ramsey has come on. Wow, he's been chucked in at the deep end there. Fair play to him. Come on, Jacob, lad. Give us a penalty. One! Oh, God, man. Oh, it's offside anyway. Oh, mate. Abraham's had a massive chance there. Yeah, he's offside, but he's got to score. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
Oh my God.
Well, that was fun. Oh my God, nothing's changing. We are so poor. Like, to be fair, at the start of the first half, we weren't too bad. We started the game fairly brightly. I think Abraham had a really good chance where Elmo found himself through on goal, basically squared it to Abraham. His poor touch. Johnston came out well and just smothered the ball. But if we went 1-0 up there, I think the game would have been different. But yeah, them getting the first goal. I thought it before the game, if they get the first goal, we're in for a long afternoon. And to be fair, they grew into the game. We had to take our chances early on and we didn't. They grew into the game. They had a little bit more possession. They were having a few more chances. And that first goal comes out of nothing, really. It loops over the goalkeeper. I thought it went over, but it just goes over Kalinic. I think he injured himself in the process as well, which is not ideal. The second goal as well, 5 minutes later, just before half time, takes a deflection. It's I think Horahan comes in with a slide tackle just before. He doesn't really commit and it just falls to Rodriguez. He bangs it in, fair play. And on 40 minutes it was 0-0 and I was thinking to myself, just get in at 0-0, just get in at 0-0 and we can go again second half. But we threw away 2 goals. 1 goal was bad enough, but 2, it's not good enough. Half time comes around, Kalinic goes off, Steer comes on. But that said, Steer had to do absolutely nothing in the second half. Steer did not make a save second half. And that's no disservice on West Brom because they didn't have to do anything second half. They sat back. Barry did a job. Defensively they looked very, very resolute, but then again we didn't do anything to trouble them really. I think our midfield was non-existent today and McGinn got himself a yellow card, which means he'll miss the next 2 games because he's suspended, which is fantastic. So God knows who's going to come in for him, but hopefully we might see Grealish next week against Stoke. I don't know. Green didn't do too much on the wing. Cotter, when he came on, I didn't really see too much of him. It was nice to see Jacob Ramsey come on as well, 18-year-old. To be fair, he looked bright. Didn't do too much, but you can't expect that. For his first game, he did well, to be fair to him. Horahan, my God, they're Villa fans, mate, just annoy me. Like, when a player's getting substituted off, yeah, we all know he's had a really bad game, but do not cheer a substitution. That is going to achieve absolutely nothing. What is that going to do to a player? I mean, his confidence is already on the floor, but what is that going to do to him? I mean, that is shocking. Achieves nothing. Villa fans, I've said it on Twitter, they just annoy me sometimes. A few Smith out things on Twitter, which is an absolute joke. Absolute joke. But yeah, it was really, really bad today. And it's just Blues now. Blues is just, if we played them now, we'd get spanked. Simple as that. I'm not looking forward to it. We've got a lot of hard games coming up. It's not ideal. But I've had my little rant up the Stoke next week. That's going to be a fun one. Stoke, they're not in the best form, which probably means they'll beat us. But it's not ideal. Yeah, you just got to be there. And yeah, I'll be there. Stoke next week should be a fun one. If you have somehow enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you are new. As I said, see you next week. Up the Villa.